What? Saving Hitler's brain? Why would you do that? That sounds like a really, really bad idea. Hitler sucked. You know what? No, I am not down with this idea at all. Hitler should stay dead.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could believe it or not, it's just me.
I'm not exactly sure who the they in the title is, but let's hope it's not that movie that secretly talks to Lupa. Let me tell you this, if anyone decides to save my brain sometime in the future, I'll still come back and tell you that this movie is awful. According to the opening titles, not only did they save Hitler's brain, but it's suspended 10 miles up in the sky. It all opens up in CID headquarters, and I'm not exactly sure what the Certified Interior Decorators group has to do with Hitler, but I imagine they'll be bringing in some swank swastika furniture. Actually, the CID agency is searching for a deadly G-gas, which has reportedly been stolen.
G-gas kills humans in the same manner as DDT kills flies.
Why is that elephant talking to me?
One cannot see it, taste it, or smell it. It doesn't burn or irritate the skin.
That's nice, sir, but what did that footage from Africa Audio have to do with anything?
We worked out and perfected one more powerful and with almost positive results. We call it PAM.
Pussy-ass motherfuckers. Hey look, they're using some of my early lighting tricks. This man is a professor whose son-in-law just so happens to be Ace Secret Agent Phil Day.
Phil Day, the genius that married my older daughter.
That's right, I'm fucking the boss's daughter. Nothing really interesting happening there. Might as well see what this week's Born Loser has to offer. Phil leads the quiet life of a 1960 secret agent, which means he has a wife and booze waiting for him at home. So if you were a secret agent or an ad executive in the 1960s, you were pretty much the same person.
You know, Mrs. Day, you have more effect on me than a beer drink.
You too make me bloated and have to take a piss every 10 minutes. The professor is eventually kidnapped, and the only person who can provide Phil with the information is killed by typical henchman shtick. You know, when they kill the messenger instead of killing the person who actually stands a chance in stopping them. Best do the honorable thing and leave the dead body in the phone booth. Let Bill and Ted clean this mess up. Oh yeah, and if you're already somewhat confused by the plot, don't worry, it's about to get a lot worse. Take, for instance, this scene where the year 1963 is being spied on by the year 1969. There actually is an explanation for this. They Saved Hitler's Brain was originally a theatrical film titled Mad Men of Mandoris, a spy film revolving around Nazi shenanigans. When Paragon Films wanted to release the film as a made-for-TV movie in 1969, they hired a group of UCLA students to shoot some extra footage for the first act to turn this 60-minute spy film into 90 minutes of a jumbled mess. So when it says post-production by Paragon Films, it means it in the same way Caligula meant editing by the production. Only with more mods and less lesbians. And all of this under the direction of David Bradley, who previously brought us the 1950 production of Julius Caesar, starring Charlton Heston. Little did I know that this would be the film of his that stabbed me in the back. With the extra footage, the movie opens with Jake Blues getting out of prison, and yes, there is a camera pointed at you. That wasn't in the script, it was just a really reckless production. This time around in CID headquarters, Agent Vic is put on assignment to find out more about the nerve gas, as ordered by his boss, and this autographed photo of Hume Cronin. Vic is given a new partner, Tony. What? I could have swore there was a movie being filmed around here somewhere.
Up here!
Oh, hey, there's a helpful co-star. Again with looking at the camera. Is everyone shocked to be in this movie?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were a woman. I guess I didn't figure this was going to be a very dangerous
Her sexist pig sense is tingling.
I don't want you to feel obligated in working with a woman.
Obligated? I think it'd be fun. I think it'd...
I know what you mean.
No, you don't.
These deleted scenes from Clerks are really all over the place. Same goes with the damn audio in this film.
There's no record of his activities between the winter of 46 and the summer of 47. It just says unemployed.
So what's so unusual about that?
He was in Mandora, South America. Now why did you put that down?
I'd be mad that I can't understand a word that they're saying, but the title already tells me all I need to know about the plot.
There are a lot of rumors about former Nazis involved with the government.
Yeah, those rumors pop up during the lull in flying saucer reports.
You don't believe it?
What, flying saucers?
No, the Nazis.
It's okay. It really is easy to get those two confused. You'd think these bonus scenes would have added at least a little more exposition to the plot.
Well, that was a wasted afternoon.
Right? That scene must have been so lame, they didn't even show us what they did.
Look, I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Well, I don't appreciate yours.
You know, it's not very pleasant having to pull rank on you all the time.
You're telling me. And we were getting along so well.
I'm really glad they changed things from the original pilot of Moonlighting. As I said earlier, Tony sees the professor get kidnapped. Thank God he put the tracker chip in his shoe, so now she can follow them to Goldfinger's ranch. Hi. Tony sneaks up on their hideout, but oh shit, they've spotted her, and you know what that means. That was rude. They shot the phone right out of her hand. And like any good buddy film, while Tony was busy getting murdered, her partner was fast asleep at home. And he only shows up on the scene after he's put on his Mike Stivic wardrobe. Uh-oh, do you hear that music too? This car chase has one of the most abrupt endings I've ever seen. It only ends because Vic falls asleep at the wheel, then crashes his car and dies. So even the actor was bored by this action sequence. If it wasn't written so long ago, I'd swear that that scene was written by the idiot who made The Devil Inside. As you can see, this Vic and Tony footage was so essential to the plot, I probably won't need to mention it again the rest of the review. For right now, though, the movie is too busy flying into the nearest Coleman Francis film. That way it can be even more incoherent. Phil and his wife are now in Mendoras to search for the missing professor, and they're greeted by not only Inspector Italiano, but a wandering Frankie Avalon impersonator who mugs them.
We are just trying to make you comfortable, senora, that's all.
I think we must be their millionth visitor.
Which means every room comes with a free family of cockroaches and a complimentary shady milkman who will stand at your door. Phil meets his contact, Captain Exposition, whose superpower is that he can half transform into stock footage.
Nazis. Surely a few fanatics can't upset the world.
It happened before. It was a fanatic who upset the world a great deal.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember. It was that little thing called World War II.
The regular program was interrupted with an announcement. The voice said, "We have a grave and important announcement to make."
You know, that announcement that started with, "We need to make an announcement."
I speak to you in this solemn hour as the successor to our Reichsfuhrer Adolf Hitler, who died this afternoon fighting heroically at the head of his troops in Berlin.
Yes, in that heroic murder-suicide pact. I like the part where he gets distracted and just watches the stock footage. Hey, snap out of it. Continue with the story.
Is Hitler really dead? They asked.
Yes. Yes, he is. That is, unless you buy into this theory that his brain was saved by they. Doctors, what the hell are we supposed to do with this brain? It's got a bullet in it! Actually, what happens here is that Hitler faked his own death, as you can see in this scene where Hitler is flawlessly portrayed by Martin Short, and in an effort to obtain immortality, he has his head cut off and placed in a giant jar. Quick, get this to the nearest set of Futurama.
This is like some kind of a bad joke.
Or a really stupid movie. But so long as it's being looked over by the watchful eye of Caesar Romero, who am I to complain?
Remember him well. At times he is called the assassin.
And he was fantastic in Lost Continent. At least there was plenty of room at the Hotel Mandoris. Such a lovely place. Something tells me this is a one-take film, given what happens in the next scene.
They fell! Oh my dishes!
Good job, sweetheart. It's gonna take half the budget to replace those dishes. She has a little bit of insight on who is behind all this Hitler shit.
What did those guys look like who kidnapped you?
Like the craziest. They were very nice. They pulled a gun on us, told David to split. Those shaved cats said they wouldn't hurt me if I behaved.
She's gotten a contact high from the 1969 footage.
Well, now that you mention it, they did talk kind of funny.
What do you mean, Suzanne?
The Schönheit to Liebe.
Germans.
Ah, it's the stereotypical Germans who were the movie's Nazis. While taking in the local nightlife, might as well hear this seductive rendition of the My Three Sons theme.
You'd better not.
Hot. But not so fun when Phil is framed for that guy's murder.
What kind of a police chief are you anyway?
I'm a very good police chief. I always obey orders, most of the time.
Oh, so you're Eckhart from Batman. So then why weren't you killed in the first act? And by being arrested, he means taken to a mansion with these lovely ladies.
What happened?
Well, if you'd have been watching me instead of that belly dancer, you would have seen what happened. And
Honey, really? Right now? It's a little hard to know what's going on here because the movie's engine seems to be stalling.
You must understand, you are in Mandoris, and here in our country we have very strict laws.
I'm sorry, they really could have asked the neighbor to stop mowing his lawn before they started rolling.
I hope you've been comfortable at your hotel room. Mine stinks. How are you, miss?
Excuse me? I only allow one Jack Nicholson type in these videos, and it certainly isn't you. Ah, a much lovelier sound, and the blood seeping from my ears agrees. What the fuck? You know, it's a movie called They Saved Hitler's Brain. It wasn't so preposterous of me to think that that was a three-armed, three-legged Nazi.
So you're the superior ones. The slappers of women, the torturers of old men.
Yes, the Nazis' biggest crime, domestic abuse. Given the title, are we actually gonna see Hitler's brain, her head, in this damn thing? Oh, well, there's that. Easiest maze ever. Ah, there it is. Sorry to wake you, Mein Fuhrer. Is the movie really that uninteresting to you? What? Why are you changing locations? Go back to the severed Hitler head. That was much more fun to talk about. And go figure their ingenious plan to escape by walking out the front door sets off the alarm. But they still managed to get away from the morons from Brazil by simply driving very slowly. Luckily, the Nazis borrowed the Satanist's pickup truck from Race with the Devil. Naturally, this doesn't sit so well with Hitler's head. Ugh, someone please change the station. This radio is really offensive. And I don't care how expensive it is, that is the worst handbag I've ever seen. Phil loses the Nazis when the power in the background screen goes out, and they're almost cornered in a warehouse until a piece of the set nearly falls on the guy.
I know where you are.
Whew! That was a close one. Nice, 60s. Guys, I don't know how to break it to you, but I think Hitler's dead. Oh, wait, it's a close-up now. He's just fine.
You've killed my son.
You Klingon bastard! Jesus, movie, I think we have enough characters here. I can only not care about so many people. Unfortunately, the movie gets so desperate that it drives out of the way to enlist the help of Iga. Don't worry, folks. Any minute now, Indiana Jones is gonna try to stop these damn Nazis with a rocket launcher. I'm gonna blow up Hitler's head, Renee! The group fights back by throwing grenades at the Nazis before they get to their G-gas. But the way it's edited, it looks more like the people are blowing themselves up. In the midst of all of this, yes, Hitler's head does catch fire. Horse shit. Everyone knows that Hitler was killed when he was shot 100 times in the face by Eli Roth. And what is with these severed heads never giving a shit whenever they're set on fire? Completely unrealistic. But leave it to They Saved Hitler's Brain to wrap up its story with a conversation in which one of the people is recorded without sound.
Oh, Susie, we thought it was you. Where are you?
She's where?
How did it happen? I mean, when did you...
This movie was terrible. Not even the adding of footage 6 years later could save this thing, because that so works every other time that happens. Congratulations, Paragon Films, for making a movie that's so bad it might as well be Hitler. Oh, God damn it! I just broke Godwin's law. You know, the law that says whenever you make a Hitler or Nazi analogy, then you lose the argument. So I guess that means They Saved Hitler's Brain is good now. Well, son of a bitch.
This guy is terrific. Not only does he knock you out, he puts you to bed.